Trench armor during World War I represents one of the most unusual attempts to adapt to the extreme conditions of modern industrial warfare. Faced with constant threats from shrapnel, snipers, and sudden close-quarters assaults, soldiers and engineers revisited the ancient idea of personal armor, trying to reconcile protection with the demands of mobility in the trenches. Unlike medieval plate armor, WW1 trench armor was fragmented, experimental, and rarely standardized. Its main purpose was not to stop rifle bullets, generally too powerful, but to reduce injuries from shrapnel, which accounted for a large proportion of battlefield wounds. As a result, most designs focused on protecting vital areas, such as the chest, head, and sometimes the abdomen. The French were among the first to formalize these efforts with steel breastplates known as cuirasses. These were often issued to exposed roles like sentries and machine gunners. While they offered some protection, their weight and rigidity made them unpopular, especially during movements across difficult terrain. German forces developed some of the most advanced and recognizable systems, such as the Sappenpanzer, a segmented steel armor covering the torso and sometimes the shoulders and groin. This was often paired with the Sternpanzer, a thick steel plate attached to the front of the helmet for additional frontal protection. These systems could stop shrapnel and even some low-velocity projectiles, but they were extremely heavy and could quickly exhaust the wearer. The British Army experimented more cautiously, producing armored waistcoats, shields, and sniper plates. Snipers, in particular, benefited from small, portable armored screens that allowed them to observe and fire while minimizing exposure. However, as in other armies, most soldiers preferred lighter equipment to maintain agility. Among the most intriguing and lesser-known developments was the Farina armor, an Italian experimental design. This armor was notable for its attempt to improve ergonomics and coverage compared to other contemporary systems. It consisted of a series of overlapping steel plates designed to better distribute weight and allow more natural movement. Unlike many rigid breastplates, the Farina system aimed to balance flexibility with protection, anticipating concepts seen in later body armor designs. Despite its ingenuity, it remained limited in use, largely due to production constraints and the persistent issue of weight. Beyond official equipment, many soldiers created improvised armor. They inserted metal plates into their uniforms, used scrap steel, or even repurposed everyday objects like cooking utensils or shovel parts. These makeshift solutions were often unreliable, but they reveal the psychological strain of trench warfare and the constant desire for any form of protection. Trench raids further encouraged the use of armor. During these night assaults, where combat occurred at very close range, soldiers were more willing to accept heavy protection against blades, clubs, and shrapnel. In such situations, even partial armor could mean the difference between life and death. Despite all these efforts, trench armor never became widespread. The central issue was the trade-off between protection and mobility. Soldiers needed to move quickly, climb out of trenches, and traverse mud-filled landscapes under fire. Heavy armor often hindered these actions, sometimes increasing the risk rather than reducing it. Historically, trench armor represents a transitional phase in military technology. It reflects the struggle to adapt traditional concepts to modern warfare and foreshadows the development of effective body armor later in the 20th century. Modern ballistic vests and helmets made from advanced materials owe a conceptual debt to these early experiments. In conclusion, trench armor in World War I, especially with innovations like the Farina armor, embodies a mix of ingenuity, necessity, and limitation. While it never achieved large-scale success, it offers a compelling insight into how soldiers and engineers responded to one of the most dangerous environments in military history.